Okay, so as you can tell, I think, if I've titled this correctly, this is going to be about the Kindle. This was my birthday present from my husband, and literally when I opened the bag, I like peeked in, he had it in a little bag because men don't wrap presents because they're incapable. Most men. So I opened up kind of the wrapping a little and I could see the box for the Kindle and I was like, oh no. And he's like, what's wrong? I was like, I told you I did not want a Kindle. I didn't want to go there. And I could go off on another rant about how I don't want a smartphone or an iPhone or an Android or any of those things either. I'm 32 and I feel like I'm old school. We didn't get a computer till I was out of high school. I didn't get my first cell phone till out of high school. So I'm longing for the time when people communicated and did things the old-fashioned way. So anyhow, he picked me up the Kindle, and I think the only reason he did it is because he thought that I would get used to it, or, that it would grow on me. And I was complaining a lot about carrying the stand around because it was so friggin' huge. So he got me this, and I was like, my first instinct was to tell him to take it back because I'm not going to use it. And I think my fear is that Borders just went out of business. I think Barnes & Noble is still overpriced for books. I usually buy things on Amazon, or I go to thrift stores, or I use the library. But I do like having some books in my collection. And I worry that like 100 years from now, people will not be buying books. Like, books will not be in print. They'll be kind of a relic of the past. And so you might be able to find them at like a thrift store or, a consignment shop or something like that, but I worry about bookstores dying off, and that makes me sad. I love the way books smell. I love the pages. I like how they feel. I like writing in them. I like highlighting them. I like dog-earing the pages. I like being able to give it to somebody. So anyhow, enough. This is the Kindle. So this is the 3G with Wi-Fi, free 3G with Wi-Fi. So this was, I think, one of the later versions. He got this at Target, so we didn't actually get it on Amazon. And this one, I think, is running, if you get it on Amazon, it's $139 if you want the sponsored screensavers, like basically if you're willing to have ads on your Kindle. And if you get the regular one, I think this is still close to $200, and $189, I think. I've downloaded some things already. And I've mostly been trying to find free things. So it has some things on here already. And I like it so far. The hard part for me is that I have this list at the library, and right now I have maybe 15 or 20 books on hold. I've only been putting things on hold if I know they're popular, like I know that I'm going to have to wait a month or two to get them, then I put them on my hold list. If I know they're not popular and I can get them at any time, I put them in just like a wish list, basically, kind of like on Amazon, but I do it through the library now. And so what happens is I'm always getting a couple books in at a time, and a lot of those books I'm going to have to pay for to get on my Kindle, or I can illegally download them. So like, I'm trying to think of something popular right now. Like The Help is, I think, $8.99 or $9.99 to buy it on the Kindle. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I can get it for free from the library, so why would I want to purchase it for the Kindle? Unless it's something like a John Steinbeck book or, Anna Green Gables or something that I know I want on my bookshelves forever. I just don't see the need to purchase things. So, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to incorporate using this. And I know our library does, they also do Kindle books now. It's mostly more popular literature, like Game of Thrones, you can get on the Kindle. And it's the same way that a book would work. So you wait on a list. If there's, people waiting for the book, you wait, and then as soon as it's available, you get to check it out and download it to your Kindle, and it has, like, I think a 2 or 3 week expiration date on it, and then it just won't be on your Kindle anymore. So, it's not like you get to keep it forever. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm still getting used to it. I'm really irritated for some reason that down here where the buttons are, this is your little navigator button, so you go up and down to get, if I want to read a different book, I can go down or back up to see what books I want. But when you're playing, like, I have a few games on here, and when you're playing stuff, this button right here, you hit it very often. So this is the back button, and it's right underneath the down button, and so I end up mistakenly hitting this, and then it loses whatever I'm doing. So, so far I downloaded quite a few free books. Gods and Kings, Chronicles of the Kings #1, which is supposed to be based on biblical stories, which I don't know, it sounded really interesting. That was free. There was another free one called The Preacher's Bride, The Manicurist, and if you go on Amazon, they have a list of most downloaded Kindle books and then free Kindle books that have been most downloaded, so you get an idea of like what's popular among the free things. All the classics that have gone out of their what's it called? They're not under contract anymore. I really need to get a new camera because this one's driving me crazy. I have a Canon PowerShot S2IS, which I got like 2 or 3 years ago, I think. 3 years ago? I don't know. But the batteries are doing this thing now where the batteries aren't dead, but it tells me that the batteries are dead all the freaking time. So I'm constantly switching the batteries around and trying to put new batteries in it. And then in addition to that, like, you know, the memory isn't what it should be for cameras now, so I need to get rid of this thing before it really goes into the garbage. So anyhow, I don't even know what I was talking about now, but this is one of the screensavers. So there's Emily Dickinson. So these are come on when you're not using it for a while. The only downside to this is I think they just stay on. Like, I think this lasts on here for like 2 or 3 days, or it never goes off if it has a screensaver on, so you have to hold the button over to make it go off. It takes like 7 or 8 seconds, and then there it goes. Yeah, so for the most part I like this. It's very easy. You just do the pages back and forth. I don't know. I'm not familiar with these. Some of you may have them already or know exactly how they work, but it has a little keypad so you can type stuff in when you're searching. The thing that I don't like either, though, is that I noticed when I went online to look for things, so it takes you to the Amazon store, and then it's like this teeny tiny print, and you have to blow it up so you can see it, and it takes so long to search for stuff that, like, I don't know, honestly, like if you're somebody who's like always on the go, like at school or university or traveling, then I could see needing to have the wireless connection. But I would think for me, like I'd be okay with just connecting it to my computer to transfer files onto it. So I don't really see the need to be out and about doing that kind of stuff, just like I don't see the need to have a 3G, you know, phone. So I have a laptop at home. I don't want to be on my internet all the time on my phone and ignoring the people around me like I see so many people do. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to end up using the internet services on it or not. And I know that Amazon has the new Kindle Fire coming out, and then they're supposed to be, I think, even upgrading that to something different in 2012, so that'll be interesting to see. And then my husband also got me a little, did I even grab it? I guess I didn't grab it. He grabbed me a case for it. It's a little red binder kind of case, but it was like $30 at Target, and I told him that's ridiculous, plus I don't really care for red, I'd rather have pink. So I think I'm just going to get one on Amazon for like $10. So I did find Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I found it, and then I also found The Maze Runner, which were 2 books that I'd been wanting to read, and I just wanted to put something on it that was, you know, on my kind of to-be-read pile. But I haven't actually started reading anything on it. I've downloaded a few games, and I've mostly been playing that. I'm still just old-fashioned, like at night I get into bed and I read, so I haven't really fallen in love with this yet. So if you guys have a Kindle, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If you have a Nook, if you're totally against them, you know, I'd like to hear you rant about it, because that's very familiar to me. So no matter what, I keep thinking, at least, unless I'm totally wrong, that even if I keep it for a year and decide I'm not using it and sell it, I should be able to get money back for it. And I do have 90 days to decide if I want to take it back to Target, I think. Is it 60 days or 90 days that Target gives you? But yeah, so first impressions, I see why people like them. I still feel like I'm drawn more to books. So yeah. Alright, so feedback. Let me know. Comment. Tell me. Tell me if I should keep it. Tell me if I should stop cheating on my books. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.